Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to speak about a couple of topics related to how I've been feeling, but I'm going to do a bit of makeup whilst I'm talking, just, instead of me just staring at the camera the whole time, which I haven't really got the hang of yet. So today I'm going to be speaking about how I've really been feeling over the last couple of weeks, because there's been a bit of mood changes, and it's kind of linked to comparison, and I would say a quarter life crisis, as I'm coming up to my 25th birthday next month. It's just given me some time to reflect on where I am in life and where I'd like to be. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. I filmed my first video a couple of weeks ago, and I was quite surprised, really appreciative of the response it had, and that people found it useful, and the positive feedback I got from it. It did give me a boost, and I did want to carry on doing it if people did find it useful. I was on kind of a high after that. Things lifting from lockdown did also help my mood. I was feeling much better than I have been the last couple of months, around the time I did that first video. But then things started going a bit downhill, and it was kind of a build-up of a number of things over time. I didn't really think too much about it. I just kind of kept going on and didn't really put it all together, and I just thought, well, why do I feel like low now? Where's that kind of motivation and energy just gone? And I just thought back to the events of the week, some stuff in my personal life, which I won't go into detail here, but a couple of events had sort of brought that feeling on, and also just me thinking about where I am in life at the moment, what I've done, what I haven't done, and not being very happy with it, and feeling like I should have done more, and that people are in better positions than me, like people that are my age and younger than me, have kind of got long-time partners, they've got like moving on to next stages of life, like buying houses, having kids, in jobs that they enjoy, or doing the careers that they sort of set out to do when they were younger. And I couldn't really say that about my life, and that I wasn't where I wanted to be, and that did make me feel quite down about myself, and I just felt stuck. I am sort of halfway or 3/4 of the way through this master's degree, and I'm really struggling to finish it because of my mental health, how I've been feeling, and I was just at the point where, well, I just feel like I can't do it, so I'll just I'll just quit, and I'll go back to it next year, hopefully, if I can do that. And that just did make me feel just stuck. Like, whilst I'm feeling like this, I can't make any progress, and that did kind of get me down, and sort of just having to deal with that feeling wasn't very nice, and I felt like I worked really hard since I was a child. Like, I always did what was asked of me, always did what I was told, and I thought, well, why is it not paid off now in my adult life? And I think I just didn't know what I really wanted. I wasn't in the right places. I wasn't giving that time and the energy to the things that were gonna benefit me for my own life, not just what other people want me to do to make their lives better. I think that's what I'd been doing, and I sort of forgot about what's gonna make me happy and what's gonna help me progress in life. I'm sort of getting to that realisation at 25, and just being quite aware that I'm not a teenager, I'm not in my early 20s. I'm only getting older, and if I do think about things like having kids, which I might do, for a woman, your age is more of a factor. As you get older, it's not as easy to have children, but then you kind of have to meet someone at the right time, and that's something that you don't really have too much control over. So I was just thinking about all this stuff, and another thing that makes it more prevalent is social media, and I think in the earlier days of social media, you'd kind of we don't really know the impact of it, and it wasn't as influential, I think, as it is now. And when like celebrities go on it, it's just kind of like when you'd see them on the TV or in a magazine, you know that, well, they're a celebrity, obviously their life's not going to be like yours. But then I think I sort of saw people that were not celebrities. Maybe they are social media famous, or maybe they're just people that I know, people that I've met in real life, but the way they come across online, I look at them in the same way as celebrities, as in, or they have all this stuff, and not even like materially, but they've maybe reached certain milestones that I haven't, and it just makes me feel like, well, what have I got to show for myself? And it did have a impact on my self-esteem. And even doing this YouTube, I just feel like I have imposter syndrome doing this, because I'm not a confident person. I'm not a person that puts himself out there, so doing this is really uncomfortable for me, but I did want to give it a try. I do like to speak about things from an honest perspective, So it's not in my nature, but I did want to put it out there just in case I did have something that was worth speaking about. So now I'm just trying to sort of come to terms with what I have achieved in life and the experiences that I have had. It might not be the same as what everyone else has done in that time, but they're still valuable. I've still learnt stuff about myself and about the world, and I'm not as shy as I was when I was a kid. I think that stuff just I still carry it with me. How I was sort of treated at school. I do think, well, that's my identity. So if I try and do anything outside of that, then is it really me? Or am I just thinking that because that's what I've been told for so long? And this is what I'm gonna try and, I guess, challenge. Like, I'm gonna do stuff that's outside of what might be expected, or what I don't feel immediately comfortable with. But I am gonna try because I'm not any less of a person, and I'm gonna try and get rid of those limiting beliefs that I've had for such a long time. And try not to compare myself so much. So I don't know if anyone else ever feels like that, that they're just not good enough in some way, or they might look at what a friend or a relative has or is doing and just feel a bit down about themselves about it. But yeah, we're in a culture with social media. It's just, you're just constantly surrounded by it, and you might just opt out, be like, no, I'm not gonna go on social media, but then I think you can miss out on the good parts of it, the stuff that is relatable and might boost you, the stuff that makes you feel good about your identity, or maybe people that you can actually reach out to and communicate with, that you might not have that chance to in real life. So that's why I find it kind of hard to leave it completely, I guess. And even with YouTube, over lockdown, I've found it quite comforting, because I found people on there that talk about stuff that I'm interested in, or they might say stuff that I can relate to. And if I wasn't able to watch it, then I would have felt a lot more alone during lockdown. So yeah, I'm not the person that's going to tell you don't compare yourself and tell you the reasons why you shouldn't. But I think I'm still learning this myself and speaking to friends about it, and they're giving me advice on it. So it's just something that I'm starting to try and not do anymore. So it's going to be a bit of a journey, I think. And hopefully I can feel less like that over time. So that's something I was thinking about over the last week or so. Yeah, there are a few things that I would like to do. Hopefully I'll be able to share them on YouTube at a later date. That's just kind of a bit more out of my comfort zone. So that's the sort of the aim at the moment, is just being more compassionate to myself. Yeah, and even though I felt quite down and stuck and hopeless, just even trying to get out of it. So yeah, hopefully I'll have an update on that. Not too in the distant future. Yeah, because I'd probably want to do some more videos, like where I do makeup routines, more fashion stuff, because I like fashion as well. And just talk about other topics. Because I did start the channel to do about mental health, but there was other things that I did want to speak about, that I see videos of on YouTube that I watch, that I enjoy. So I do want to do more of that kind of stuff. It's just getting the confidence to do it and feeling a little bit less, I guess, self-conscious. So this is kind of like a practice in that. I've not done my makeup like this for so long. I just sort of gave up during lockdown, like towards the second part of lockdown. But yeah, I do feel better now, and I probably look a bit better than I've done in the previous videos. But yeah, if that's something you'd like to see, then keep watching videos on the channel. And I'll be doing some more tips on mental health, more stories, more how I've been feeling, and yeah, I do want to keep this going, because I enjoy just talking. Yeah, hopefully it's somewhat interesting, and yeah, I do cheer up a bit later videos, hopefully. I was just thinking, I recorded another video just talking about how my mood had dropped, and I did want to sort of show that side of it, of mental health not really being something that's, you find out your mental health's like in a poor state, and then you just do something or take something and it gets better. It's not like that. And I did want to show that, but when I watched the video back, I just sounded really sad, and yeah, it was quite upsetting to watch. So I thought maybe I won't show that one, I'll just kind of talk about it in this instead. So that's what I've done. But yeah, when you have like a mental health problem, you might feel like on a high, like I did. You might drop back down low. It might go like this. It's not predictable. So yeah, I was on a low this week. But it's getting up there. Again, it's not gone like this. It's just creeping up like that. So hopefully it can stay a bit more like that for longer. But we'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching this video, and take care.